Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Joe's Arcade. I'm Eddie O'Donnell here at Snowjoe, and as you can tell, we are ready to play a little bit of. Well, at least it's down here on the screen, right there. Yeah, right there. We're gonna be playing Power Wash Simulator here, as we are, making some as we're doing some stuff with our power washers here. So come and join us and have some fun with. With the game that we're playing here. We get to have a lot of fun here as we play with this game that reminds us a lot about our own power washers. And here's the other great thing: if you do want to take a look at any of the power washers that we have in the lineup, there you can always head over to snowjoe.com and dig around over there and take a look at all the different power washers that we have in the lineup, including things like our SPX 3000. Ooh, wonderful to see those likes coming in. Appreciate the likes from everyone out there. Hope everyone enjoys this video. We're gonna hop in right there, and but I'll appreciate the likes from everyone out there. Powerwolf and Hello Bozo in the chat there. Thanks so much for sending in those likes. We really do appreciate them from everyone out there. So thanks so much for liking the video here. We're gonna dive into playing Power Wash Sim here. We're gonna open this up here. So let's drag that up over there. We can take a look. So we're gonna be in the game here. We're gonna go into our careers mode here in the game, and we're going to have a little bit of fun playing this game because we have to continue cleaning the bungalow. This is the job that we started last week here, so we're going to continue through and we're going to see what this what it's like cleaning everything up here with our simulated power washing design here in Power Wash Sim, and of course the actual power washers that we have here in real life. I'm going to do my darndest here to compare the two. All right, so there we go. We have the power washer all set up right there, and we can do a lot of cleaning here with this. So you can see that there's a lot of cleaning to do. Now, if you're enjoying this, if you do enjoy this, we do appreciate that from everyone out there. If you tap in those likes, if you're watching on TikTok, same thing if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us that thumbs up. And of course, on top of that, be sure as well to, of course, on top of that, be sure as well to follow us if you're on TikTok there. Follow the stream here. In fact, actually, before we get started, yeah, go ahead and hit that follow button. That's right. If you're not following us already on TikTok, and if you're on YouTube, that's right. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to the Go with Joe channel that we are on YouTube. So I'm just going to finish this in right here. There we go. And there we go. So should be all good here. All right, so we should be ready to play the game here. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, the Go with Joe channel, and if you are watching on TikTok, of course, head over to YouTube, give us that follow, and vice versa. If you're on YouTube, you want to head over to TikTok and take a look at the channel that we have over there, which is the Snowjoe Co. Follow us at Snowjoe Co on TikTok. There, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here playing Power Wash Sim. Alrighty, now if there's any questions that anybody has about anything that we're doing here, or if you want to let us know about anything that you're thinking at all, let us know in the chat. We always appreciate that from everyone out there. We always appreciate hearing from everyone, from everyone out there. Now, as you can see here, we can see. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to be cleaning up here. Oof. So I see. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we got to get cleaned up here. So we're just going to start cleaning up just about everything that we can there. It looks like we got the garage door 100% clean. That's nice there. And what's good, if I remember correctly about this game, is that when something does get clean, you're going to get that nice little ding there. So we'll be able to see that as we clean stuff up here. So we're going to do this section by section. Ooh, gutter is already still pretty dirty there. And now I'm using our 25 degree nozzle on this power washer. One of the things that I was thinking about, as we were playing the game before, is I don't think this power washer really holds a dime to the kind of power that we have with some of the ones that we have in the lineup there. Something like the SPX 4800, for example, which I've been using a lot lately. I was using it recently to clean our deck, and I'm going to be using it soon to clean, some of our patio tables there. That's one thing that I like being able to do with our power washers is particularly for the patio table that we have. I've got a few different tables that I've built myself. And a lot of times, the handmade wooden tables that I have outside, what ends up happening is they can get pretty dirty and pretty grimy pretty quickly from the sun. The sun can break down the sort of table surface right there. So I love using that power washer to get off all that sort of gray material there that ends up sort of caking on there over time. And then it makes it really easy to refinish it over time there as well. So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to being able to do with my SPX 4800 that I have in the lineup there. But one of our flagship model is the SPX 3000, and that's going to be not quite as powerful as the SPX 4800. That's why we have those options there. But that's going to be the power of pretty much a gas pressure washer right there with 2030 psi coming out of it to clean, just about everything that you want up there. Doing this kind of house cleaning right here, that's going to be sort of the perfect power washer that you have in the lineup right there to get a lot of that done here. So I'm going to continue working on just cleaning this one section up there. Ooh, I got that little brick section there cleaned. Let's see here. This wall here is pretty grody. And the one thing I don't really, I think they call this like the town here in the game, like Crimesville or something like that. But I gotta say, This is a pretty grimy town. If everyone's letting their house look like this here. Oof, ba boof. So okay, we're gonna spray this off. I kind of like doing this in the horizontal. Normally I go in the vertical, and I think in real life, you know, in non simulator world here, um, the vertical is generally I think the way to go physically. But this is actually feeling pretty consistent here. This is nice. This is nice. Tough to see with the wall here what you're really getting clean because it sort of stays wet after you spray it with the power washer here. So, and folks, if you're out there and you're watching the game here and you're wondering and you're thinking to yourself, hey, why isn't he doing this? Why isn't he doing that? I got all these tips and tricks. I'd love to hear the tips and tricks from anybody else out there who's been playing this game here and any other people who've used their pressure washers and are wondering, hey, listen, does the game sort of emulate that? And for example, if the game doesn't emulate that, if I wanted to emulate that with something from the Sunjo lineup, what would I need? Which, by the way, is of course something to always something to remind everyone out there. You can always take a look at the products that we have over at snowjo.com. You can take a look at all the different tools that we have there to help get things cleaned up here. So as you can see, I'm tackling everything with a 25-degree nozzle. It seems to be working all right, actually. You kind of expect this to be a little bit of a weaker nozzle when it comes to this kind of stuff, but glad that it's doing this kind of work here. I do have the audio off, so maybe what we can do here for everyone out there is we can pump that. So let's see if everyone wants to hear the noise of the pressure washer. There we go. That's better than just hearing me go psh when it turns on there, or hearing nothing in this case here. So nice to have that sort of pressure washing noise there. Makes everything sound a little bit more realistic. Makes it sound a little easier for me as well to know what's going on here. So interesting that you can hear sort of the way that the water goes with this pressure washer here too. If you listen to the pressure washers out there, the songs the pressure washers can sing, you can really hear the difference between all the nozzles. So let's get cleaning over here, cleaning out over here. Ooh, nice and satisfying there. Ooh, got that clean there. Ooh, okay. So here, I wonder if let's see, let's use that 0-degree nozzle. See, look at that. There's that 0-degree nozzle sort of tactic right there. Is the fact that you kind of get to use it to really accurately spray off certain really hard grime areas. That's really what this is for here. The interesting thing is about this game so far is I haven't seen anything yet about that being able to sort of take paint off or anything like that, which I think which generally when you're using a pressure washer and you have a 0-degree nozzle on there, if you get too close to a lot of painted surfaces, a lot of times people like to use that kind of stuff. Use a pressure washer on your car or something like that. It's actually, on one of our pressure washers, this might take the paint off of your car there. So yeah, that's something to beware of when it comes to the difference between Power Wash Sim and real life. Yeah, that's definitely one of those things that, yeah, real life power washing, you got to be careful of. All right, this is the 40-degree nozzle. You can actually see how much less this does here because the wider the angle of your spray, the gentler that spray is going to be. But you can also sort of get a tighter spray by going in a little bit closer here, just like so. You can get that wider angle to do a little more there, but I think we really want to be at our 25 or 15-degree nozzle here. Spray it up. I think there's sort of two ways to play this game. You can either just kind of walk around randomly cleaning everything here, or you can try and be sort of, methodical about it. The question is, which will be more fruitful, or which is more fun? Now, I know in real life, I think honestly, me personally, I'm a bit chaotic when it comes to the pressure washer. When I was doing our deck recently, I was doing it in like 3 or 4 different sections as I was running around there. So it was fun to be able to do, but honestly, it's one of those things that I don't spend a lot of time on the method for it per se. In terms of you don't have to walk around in a particular pattern there. You don't have to go up and down and scrub everything out and get one section clean before you move on to the other. I tend to be more of the mindset of like, all right, so we're going to try and get sort of everything gently cleaned first, and then I'll come back to the whole thing and really get those harder spots to clean out. I think that's really the method that I would focus on personally. Um, but in this case right here, it does feel like you want to sort of complete sections as you go along here, because you have that little checklist that shows up when you don't know what else to clean. So, ooh, I got that whole section there clean. That's nice. All right, let's get this whole area cleaned out here. Scrub-a-dub-dub. That brick section is done. I like the dings. Ooh, the window frame is clean. Ooh, getting so many satisfying dings here. All right, let's spray up that wall right there. Looking nice and clean here. Ooh, it's still grimy in there. That window's still grimy up there. Get out of there, grime. Get out of there. Nobody wants you there. All right, cool. Grime's gone. That's right. You name it, you aim it, the grime is gone. Scrub that up there. Let's clean that up right there. So the bottom of the gutter is nice and clean here. I wonder if we hop up to the roof right there, if we're going to get that roof cleaned and we can get that gutter cleaned out. I wonder if there's going to be leaves or stuff up there. Now, normally, in this game here, they kind of give you like a stool to climb up to do all that kind of stuff. But, in real life, we don't need that stool because guess what? Here at Sunjoe, we make a pressure washer extension lance. That's right. Actually, that's one of the cool products we have here. We do have an extension lance. So instead of using something like a stool to climb up there or anything like that, and of course, God forbid, trying to get up on your roof with a pressure washer, unless of course you're a pro. The pros, I understand they like to do that for certain things, but I got to tell you, having one of our SPX series Skylances, for example, that's a really great way to get a lot of that stuff cleaned out there without having to worry about climbing up on a stool or a ladder or anything like that. Yeah, definitely an easier way to get that kind of work done for everyone out there. All right, well, let's see if we clean up this other side here. Folks, also, I do want to say, if you're enjoying this, if you're having fun watching the stream here, go ahead and hit that like. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, give us that thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything, if you want to let us know what you're thinking there, say hi in the chat. We love hearing from people here. Same thing on TikTok there. You want to tap in those likes. We appreciate those likes from everyone out there. So tap in those likes if you're enjoying the satisfying nature of Power Wash Simulator. You see right here. Wow, this is nice, fun gaming right here with Power Wash Sim. Let's see here. Spray it all up. Spray it all up. Spray it all, spray it all, spray it all up. Do, 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 do. Let's get that nice and cleaned up there. See, the other thing that this game does get right is that sometimes you just have to linger in certain places a little bit longer. You got to be careful with certain things. Like, for example, this looks like a wooden trimmed window right here. That wooden trim, you wouldn't really want to linger on that too long because you might damage some of that wood fiber. But for other surfaces, like your glass or something like that, you might want to linger on there to help rinse away some grime there, depending on how much water your pressure washer puts out. And in fact, maybe that's something that I think a lot of folks out there don't really talk about as much. Is there's not just the power of your pressure washer to think of. It's also about the amount of water that your pressure washer puts away. Just because you have a lot of pressure doesn't mean that you have a lot of cleaning power. You have a lot of power to break up grime, but you don't necessarily have the ability to rinse it away. And the more water that comes out of your pressure washer, the more you can rinse it away. Now, of course, there can be diminishing returns of that sort of thing. You don't want to have to, or essentially, you don't want to head over to just asking for a tsunami because that's essentially how should I say, nature's great pressure washer right there. But in the cases of cleaning everything up here, it's nice to note that balance there between those different facts there. Let's get that all cleaned up there. Looking good over here. Scrub this up here. Wow, this house is really cruddy. There's a lot of mud right on the bottom of this house. I don't know how that happened. I mean, to be honest, the house looked like it burned down. Oh, wait. Can we play soccer with this? Yes, we can. Oh, yeah. Yeah, chase the ball away with the pressure washer. Now, I'm fairly sure that this has nothing to do with the game. Oh, wait, it's going out in the street. Can I go out into the street? Oh, it's like a whole neighborhood. No, no. Oh, and I lost the ball. The ball disappeared into that house over there. Oops. I'm sad now. I don't have the ball anymore. Oh, oh. What am I going to do now? Oh, there's a gnome here. Huh, the gnome doesn't move like the... Oh, I can move the gnome. Oh, well, I should have used the gnome as like a goalie earlier. Oh, all right, gnome. I don't know really what the gnome is supposed to do, and I don't know why I can move him. Oh, here's our power wash van. We cleaned this recently here. Jump up on top of this fan here. Ooh, yeah, you can assess this. Now let's just take a quick look here at the reach of our spray here. Yeah, definitely not able to get any spray from here. So we're gonna have to go up there with the ladder if we want to get up there. But I'm gonna move on to that sort of later on. I think I'll have to. I think I got to clean up the side of this house here first. So let's keep going with our 25-degree nozzle. This seems to be the perfect angle, in terms of the mix of the power that we want, and also the mix of the width that we want. Otherwise, it takes forever if we didn't have that width there. I'm still sad about that soccer ball. Darn. I wonder if there are any more other like fun things to play with in this game like that. Any other sports? How'd you folks like that? I wouldn't consider it safe without a ton of protective equipment there, but pressure washer soccer, that might be fun. You never know. We actually have a portable pressure washer in our lineup. That might be fun with something like that there. Yeah, we have a sort of a bucket portable pressure washer in the lineup, which is pretty sweet. It's our 24VX2 PW1200. Great pressure washer. You can check that out on snowjoe.com. The thing I love about it, of course, it's completely cordless. Not just cordless to the wall for the power, but also cordless to a hose. It has its own built-in 6-gallon bucket there, which is pretty sweet for that pressure washer. So definitely a huge fan of that. You kind of looking at this game here, for example, one of the things that this isn't getting right is sort of dragging around a physical pressure washer and hose there, which, depending on the kind of pressure washer you have, can be easy or hard. If you have something like our cordless pressure washer, absolutely, that's going to be no problem at all. And it's going to be easy because it rolls nicely on the 4 wheels that it has. But if it's going to be some other gas pressure washer or something like that, you're talking about moving a big heavy thing all the time. That is one of the nice things about electric pressure washers, about our electric pressure washers as well, specifically, is they're all very easy to maneuver and roll around. Ooh, Calvin's saying, Ma keeps messaging. They're getting really excited with how it's looking. Sounds like it's going great. Well, it is going great so far. So far, the only thing I've done that might be construed as not great is I lost their soccer ball, and I think, to be honest, at this point, that makes me more sad than them because they don't have their soccer ball. I don't have the soccer ball to play with. Also, who owns a soccer ball and like no goal? They got nothing over here. They just got that weird sort of bed of plants over there. That's it. We got a bunch of glass on the back here in terms of these windows here. Wow, this is going to be an absolute doozy to clean. But yeah, see, they didn't mind about the soccer ball. Maybe it wasn't theirs. Does one of the neighbors have anything here? Kind of interesting that we can see into the neighbors' yards here. This person's got a pretty clean house. Wow, that house is pretty clean. Why is this the one house that's kind of grimy here? Oh, this house has nothing in the backyard. People are boring. Boring people in the backyard there. All right, let's spray the rest of this up here. See if we can get this facade done here. Once we get this facade done, we'll move on to the next facade. This does remind me about pressure washing with the SPX 4800 recently. One thing to think about with your pressure washer in general is the reach of it, is the length of your spray. The further out you go from the pressure washer spray, the less power you're going to have as you go further out there. So that 25 is going to essentially turn into less than 40 degrees in terms of the power of the spray the further away you step from it. And that's sort of the power of that sort of angled nozzle design right there. So as you want that more cleaning intensity, you can just move closer to things. And if you need that gentler spray sometimes, one thing you can do, you can keep that same nozzle on you, just step back and get that wider spray out of it. I don't think this game in particular here has this pressure washer that I have in the game so far is not particularly powerful. So I'm not too worried about the power of the spray yet. Spray that area up there. It does have a nice little locking thing there. Let me go to our 15 degree. Let's give us a little more power for the distance that we have right here. There we go. Let's get all that out there. Let's get that kind of grime out there. See, these are this patchy splotches that you're probably going to end up getting from, something like a gentler spray in general. Oh, finally got that little post cleaned. Yeah, see, this wall is sort of like, there we go, mostly cleaned without that there. So that's the roof. So let's get that roof mostly cleaned up here. These little eaves right here are sort of exactly the kind of places that you'd find things that you may want to pressure wash away, um, like like a lot of gunk and grime and bugs and stuff like that like to get into those areas and stuff. One thing that I will recommend: do not pressure wash a live wasp's nest. Do not ask me how I know that, but I'll tell you not to do it because it's a bad idea. Um, so let's clean this area up here, nice and powerful, nice and satisfying as well. Would really be nice to have like a Sunjo version of the pressure washer in this game. And I'm wondering, would it be like maybe this is the time to get in to upgrade the pressure washer that we have in this game here. So let us know if that's what you want us to do. Also, too, if you're enjoying this, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying seeing me, play with this pressure washer in this game here and talk about real pressure washers in real life, like the Sunjo SPX 3000, and of course you can check it out at snowjo.com. Um, be sure to hit that like. We appreciate everyone liking the video here, tapping those likes if you're watching on TikTok there, sending those likes by hitting that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube there. We do appreciate it from everyone out there. We love being able to hang out with your folks live. Of course, if you have any questions about any of this kind of stuff or about any of the pressure washers I'm talking about or any of the pressure washer sort of tips that I'm giving you here, let us know in the chat. We love hearing from you. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Let us know in the chat what you're thinking here. We're going to keep cleaning up with our pressure washer here for this little bungalow house here. Get all the grime off the windows here. Now, you'd wonder if you got close enough with the pressure washer if you break that pane of glass. Lots of cleaning, lots of cleaning. Getting a lot of spraying done here, as you can see. Nice and convenient there. Well, I was really recently doing this as well on the deck railing. Actually, one of the things that I recommend very highly for the deck, I say this out of previous experience here lately, using a foam cannon. Foam cannon for the deck, real winner right there. Yeah, we have our foam cannons that tie into our pressure washers. We also have our brand new Slick lineup of pressure washer accessories right there, and the detergent associated. That's a really great way to get like an extra powerful clean on the deck here. So you can see, for example, we got railings and all that kind of stuff on this little deck here. So why don't we head over? We'll just take a look at this here. Let's put that on there. Go to our detergent tank right here. Let's start soaping this up here. Interesting that the foam, these detergent sprayers here in this game, they don't really foam. I don't see a lot of foam. Sort of get things sort of soapy. Now, in real life, you're going to be able to use these the foam cannon adjustably. You're going to get that adjustable nature with it, which I really like in general. Gives you that adjustability, gives you the ability to mix in the exact amount of soap. This isn't exactly the sort of the same amount of soap as you would normally get there. All right, so all right, let's get back in here with our pressure washer here. Let's see. One step is getting cleaned here. Yep. Okay, so maybe I want to go to a wider nozzle here. Something like that. There we go. It's a little bit better. covering a little bit more ground here. Getting it all cleaned up from underneath. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Washing it all. I'm just a pressure washer man. Yeah, cleaning it all. Oh, I got that grime there, okay. So, still kind of grimy under here. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what's what there. That looks like some hard caked in grime. I'm gonna go over to our blast you away. Oh, I wonder, actually, that kind of grime is going to be perfect for this little sort of turbo nozzle we have right here. Look at that. You see that turbo nozzle giving us that spinning spray? Nice because it gives us the oscillation that we want to cover more ground here. This one's kind of a little bit tight for the rotary nozzle, but it does a lot of powerful cleaning there, as you can see here. Very pinpoint based here with this cleanser. All right, I'm going to go back to our, I think I'm going to go back to the 40-degree nozzle, see what I can just like, or just give it a general spray here, what's it going to do. Not a ton of grime removal yet. Ooh, that's not bad there. I know places that I'm a little bit physically closer to, as well the places that I hit with the detergent tank are pretty well affected by this. I'll have to get back under there in a bit. Let's get this all scrubbed up here. Cleaning. Oh, whoa. Okay. How am I supposed to get those? On the other side of this railing is a lot of grime here, and I don't know how I'm supposed to get over here. I guess I just stand here with the pressure washer just on it. Oops. Just hoping that I'm cleaning up the inside areas there. One thing is that I got the good point here from Knockout there. Yeah, break the window for extra points over here. You know, this is what I was saying before here. You know, even if you tackle it with the powerful nozzles, can't break the window. This is the one of the unrealistic things about this game. I can't break the window, can't take the paint off. You know, we talk here all the time about how, you know, we want to make sure that people don't break their windows and don't take the paint off of their cars and things like that. But yeah, this in this game, everything's indestructible. Everything's power washable in this in this game is essentially what it is. So yeah, definitely. You know, if you have a sun joke, don't point it directly at your windows with that 0-degree nozzle. Use a gentler nozzle and make sure you don't break it. Yeah, definitely an interesting factoid about this game. But you know, I guess it's asking a lot for this game to be, you know, 100% accurate. You know, I get it that they need to leave a little bit of imaginatory fun to the game here. Um, and oh, oh, knockout in the chat here saying, "Oh, I accidentally didn't put the tip on right, and it shot out as soon as I started using it." Oof, oof, pop, oof. Well, hopefully everyone was okay. I mean, yeah, that definitely sounds like, you know, those kinds of mishaps do happen. I've seen them happen myself before. You know what? What were you trying to clean? Let us know. Let us know there. Let us know. Knockout there, because generally speaking, one thing I will say, I am pretty solid with the knobs there, with the sorry, not the knobs, I'm pretty solid with the nozzles there. You know, I do try to make sure that they get locked into place as soon as I put them in. For the SPX series of pressure washers that we have here at Sunjo, what we have is an actual, we have that quarter-inch quick connect system, but we also have a lockout for the handle there, so you can actually lock the handle out while you're applying that nozzle so it doesn't accidentally go off. Because I have had that happen before a couple of times where I've accidentally kind of like turned it on as I'm swapping nozzles out, and that's not necessarily something that you want necessarily there. So that's why we have that nice little locking system. But yeah, oh, nothing bad happened. All right, just testing out the pressure washer, just smacked into the truck. All right, not too bad there. Well, as long as the truck isn't damaged there, good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, knockout. What kind of pressure washer do you have? Can I, if you don't mind me asking here? So because we're here, we're here. We've got our Sunjo pressure washers in line here, which are the ones that we're always happy to talk about here. But just curious, out of curiosity, what kind of pressure washer you have, and what kind of things do you do with your pressure washer? Is it mostly cleaning your truck, mostly cleaning your car? Do you use it for the house at all? I think some folks, sort of dedicate pressure washers to different things. I've seen some folks out there, particularly guys who are car detailers and stuff like that. I see a lot of folks, sort of focusing in on sort of the pressure washer accessories and the pressure washing capabilities that would just sort of align with their vehicles versus some folks like to use it for their homes. I know, for example, I use it a lot for our home. Specifically, I'm a big fan of doing things like the deck and patio furniture stuff with them. I like to keep a lot of outdoor furniture around, and then that's a really great way to keep that stuff looking alive there. So yeah, what kind of stuff do you like to work on there, Knockout? We love hearing from you. Yeah, we like the fact that we get to be live here with you while I play this game. This is a good example of something that everyone out there can use their pressure washer for, particularly if your house is as dirty as this place here. All right, so you got one of the newer. Okay, gotcha. And use it to clean a zero turn and a deck. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I just cleaned our deck this weekend recently with our pressure washer, and one thing that I was really happy with. So one of the tricks that I was using was I was using a foam cannon to sort of soap up the deck first, and then I was rinsing it down after that. That actually helped a lot with our deck. Because what ends up happening is on decks and stuff like that, you end up getting sort of that you get up, that caked in grime, particularly into the wooden deck there. And one of the things about those wooden decks there with the caked in grime is that it can seep in sort of beyond the finish and sort of into the wood fibers there, into the pores of the lumber there, depending on the species that you have. So we have a Doug fir deck, and I gotta be honest, it was really nice to be able to soap up first and then rinse it out because it sort of helped pick up all that grime that was sort of in those tighter areas. So yeah, that's definitely something I would recommend there. Oh, I see you've got a 2100 psi. Uh, uh, 2100 psi pressure washer there. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I'm wondering if the pressure washer that we're using this game, I don't know if it's hitting that full 2100 psi yet here. We're kind of looking for something in this game to begin to start matching some of the pressure washers that we sell. So like something like our SPX 4800 or something like our SPX 3500 from our sort of Sunjo lineup of pressure washers here. This is sort of, I would say, the one in the game here. We sort of figured out it's probably akin to we have a cordless pressure washer called the PW 1200, which is powered by our 24-volt battery system, and it's cordless in sort of all the ways you want it to be cordless. So not just cordless from just being powered up by battery, but also it's actually cordless by not having to worry about the water even. It actually has its own built-in bucket, so you can fill that up and you can go anywhere you want with that. I'm a big fan of that, and I like that, and I like that this has. I guess I enjoyed that this has sort of a similar pressure rating to that. I guess I'm thinking around that sort of 1200 psi range right here for this for the pressure washer that we're using here in this game. Man, how are you supposed to get the grime out of these corners here? Oh, okay. Guess I just did it. Guess I just found out right there. All right. So let's get that cleaned up there. Ooh, not bad there. Got that scrubbed up there. Let's clean up this post here. These hard grime areas, interesting the way that they stick around here. All right, so I think I'm going to go back to our 25 degree. Let's Gotta go. Oh, well, awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for hopping in here, Knockout. Thanks so much for saying hi. Appreciate the likes. Thanks so much for sending those likes, and we really do appreciate them here at the channel. Thanks so much. Great chatting with you. Great talking about the pressure washers with you. Always feel free to come back on Thursdays. We're gonna be playing Pressure Washer Simulator pretty much every Thursday for a little while right now. So appreciate you hopping in here and hanging out with us, and appreciate those likes. And for everyone else out there that's watching, send in those likes. Tap them in. We appreciate them here on TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube as well, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and go ahead and hit that follow button for the Go with Joe channel on YouTube, or go ahead and follow us here on TikTok at the Snow Joe Co channel. Always do appreciate that from everyone out there. Great to be able to talk to someone who's also using some pressure washers right there, albeit not a Sun Joe, but that's to say that when that Sun Joe sort of comes a knocking, you're going to be able to figure out that the Sun Joe could definitely easily be the way to go. And I honestly, I think in terms of pressure washers, Sun Joe is the way to go at this point. Just in terms of variety and capability. You're talking about pressure washers that can get this kind of work done here. That's definitely more powerful than the one that we're using here in the game. In fact, maybe when we're done with the back porch here, let's take a look into upgrading our pressure washer, and let's see if we can get to that new pressure washer. Let's see what we can do here with it. So it looks like I've earned a total of 1,278 power wash simulator dollars. I don't know what that's like in real human person dollars, but we'll see what we can afford with it once I get this sort of section sorted out here. Ooh, a lot of grime on the side of the steps there. Let's get that sprayed up there. Nice easy work here with the power washer. Trying to get this railing here. Ooh, one trick that I did learn is that if you notice, and this is something that, in real life, I'll let you know right here, this area on the corner of your deck railings, I'll say this, one of the things that I really like about the SPX 4800 while we were using it is, these areas are really hard to clean, these corner areas right here. Ooh, a lot of grime in there. And what I did it was actually pretty nifty. If you take the 25 degree nozzle on your pressure washer right here, like that, and you spray like this, and you kind of go through in between, you can actually, depending on how far back you stand, you get the edges of that spray, as you can see right here, to sort of match up with each corner right there. And if you just kind of walk around, sort of, back and forth, going left and right like that, you can actually really very quickly get your fence cleaned up there. That's a little pro tip there for you, from someone who's using that pressure washer a lot actually recently to get the deck clean. And particularly those deck railings there can be a real bummer sometimes, just because you feel like you have a lot to do there. Well, that really, really helps, I think, having those little tips like that. Ooh, let's see, that's that grime going over there. Okay, we finally got that clean there. Did I get that back post clean? I feel like it did. This window clean? Let's see here. So close to it. Such a short porch ceiling. Let's see. The porch ceiling looks pretty clean. I don't remember if it dinged though. All right. Let's see. Concrete slab right here. So, all right. So for the concrete slab material that we have here, it looks like concrete slab or some sort of like maybe composite slab as opposed to like a wooden deck here. Um, yeah, generally speaking, for that, you can hit that with harder nozzle sprays than you normally would for your wooden decks. Now, for the wooden deck, like I said, I would never really go past anything, go further than anything past the 25 degree nozzle here in terms of power. But this looks like stone, so I'm actually going to say, yeah, maybe it is a concrete slab in there. Let's get all that cleaned up. Or actually, yeah, let's go to our turbo nozzle. That's right. That's right. Our turbo nozzle on the line is actually really, really nice. I like our turbo nozzle in our lineup. Really, and actually, if you look at some of the pressure washers we have, our SPX 8000 Pro actually comes with the turbo nozzle, which is pretty sweet for doing this kind of work right here, getting into these tight areas and get everything really, really clean there. All right, let's see. Let's clean all of that up over here. power. That's what the turbo nozzle is all about. Power. All right, so that looks like that's nice and clean there. Well, let's get this cleaned up here. Oh, that's right. In this game, you can go prone. Laying down with the pressure washer. That's right. Honing in here, eliminating that grind. Ooh, yeah. Let's spray that up here. Interesting to see the pattern left behind by this turbo nozzle in the game here. So in real life, our turbo nozzles are actually, they're going to spin a lot faster than you see in this game right here. And they're actually, you're really not going to be able to sort of detect that rotary action there the same way that you are here. You're going to hear it, but you're not really going to be able to see it. The same way, oh, oops, didn't mean to put that random spray in there. Let's go back to something nice and wide here so we can get a lot of coverage for this. Nice and clean. There we go. That wall's finally clean there. Oh, I guess this must be, this wooden post here must be the dividing line here. And I wonder if that is the sort of spray line there for the roof, just to include that, which is why it didn't ding after we got the ceiling done. Oh, and then of course I didn't get this area here either. Well, we'll come back for all of that, perhaps. Oh, I didn't even touch that. Yeah, perhaps we'll come back for a lot of that there. That's a lot of grime right there to clean up. Let's head over to this side right here. Ooh, one thing I should let everyone out here know about. Hey, we talk about a lot of the deals on snowjoe.com, but right now, what I was talking about earlier is we've got a great deal going on Amazon right now. Head over to Amazon.com, check out the SPX 3001. That's a really, really nice power washer that we have there with a built-in hose reel. Guess what? That is at a ridiculous daily deal right now. That's right. It's what we call a top deal on Amazon. And guess what? That top deal only runs for today. So you probably want to check that out before it goes away. I think that's down to $134.99. That's a really great value for that pressure washer. We were talking about that earlier at the Joe Show Live, our Amazon streaming show right there, for all the tools that we have on great values there on Amazon. And I got to tell you right now, that's an incredible deal for that pressure washer. I actually have the SPX 3001 at home, and I use that one all the time because of how easy it is with that hose reel design. It's so easy to put away. It's definitely one of my favorites in the line there. So yeah, definitely worth taking a look at that, folks. If you're watching the stream here, head over to our Amazon store page there. You should check that out. Head over to Sunjoe over on Amazon. The SPX 3001 right now is on a pretty fantabulous deal there. So definitely check that out. You can definitely check that out. Head over to that space there, over to that site. All right, I think I have everything sort of on the ground level here, sort of well cleaned and well cleared. Like that's looking good. That's looking good. Front door is looking good. Looks like I really just need to climb up. Oh, front door looks like it's got some grime left on it. Did I really miss all this front door stuff? Wow. All right, front door window is finally clean. All right, cool. Oh, that window is clean. Guess I missed that as well. Wow, I really missed a lot of stuff here. All right. So time to climb up here. So is that this button here? Okay. Oh, okie dokie. Let's climb up. Oof, this is a bad looking roof. So I think this turbo nozzle, although as funny as it is to see the turbo nozzle do these sort of harsh lines in here, yeah, this is not going to be the way to clean off all this grime. It's not going to give us enough coverage, so we're going to want to switch over to like this, the SPX, our 15-degree nozzle there. Ooh, perfect. Maybe even the 25-degree nozzle. This also might be a good candidate for soaping up first as well. In fact, before we get too deep into this, why don't we just take a look at let's take a look at the new pressure washer here. So let's go to our power washer here. We got there. Okay, so the Prime Vista 1500. All right, so we're going to assume that this probably means that, like, relative to human PSIs here, because this is a game, that this is going to give us up to 1500 PSI. we're probably going to want something in the 2000 plus range, kind of what Knockout was talking there. For example, our SPX 3000 is 2030 psi. That's a real powerful compact design there. So I wonder, can we head back into the let's head back into the store here. I think we go back here. We can go back into career mode here, and we can go. How do we go there? Shop. Okay. So let's look at the power washers here. We got some medium, so the light duty one. So that's really where this lives. Light duty pressure washer right here. Again, similar to something like our PP12, our awesome PW1200 there. Now this moves up the Urban X2 U2, and I don't know what this does, but let's see. Well, the heavy duty we can't even look at. So this one's 900 bucks. You got what, 1,300 bucks left. All right, so let's buy this one. And let's see what we can do with that. So let's just see here. And hopefully those other accessories that we have are attachable to this pressure washer. This is one of those things that we like about our pressure washers here, is that the SPX 3000 models of pressure washers there, for example, these nozzles here, as well as, does the detergent tank work on this one here? Is that where we lost out on this? Is that that detergent tank does not work on this model. Ah, so that is going to be a big kicker, and that's something that we don't, here at Sunjo, we're not a huge fan of that. We want that. So, for example, what we have is a quarter-inch quick connect for almost everything there. And what's great about that is that we want to make sure that those attachments for your pressure washer are sort of compatible on pretty much any range there. That way, whether you get one of our attachments, whether you get another attachment, whether you get one of our pressure washers or any other pressure washer, you have that ability to clean everything up there. So yeah, definitely tisk tisk on the manufacturer of these pressure washers here, not giving you that universality that you really want there. One of the great things too that we recently came out with was the SPX ACS Max. That's our auto cleaning system for cars there. It's an attachment system for your pressure washer that gives you rotary brushes, utility brushes, rim and wheel brushes. Well, you know what? Guess what? That comes with 7 different nozzle attachments there to tie into just about any pressure washer brand out there. That's right. We wanted to make sure we could give you the most universal fitting design right there for that kit. And it's really nice that it comes with all those different attachments there. So yeah, I'm sort of surprised that we don't get that kind of universality that we want here from this pressure washer brand here. But nice to have a slightly more powerful unit here. Particularly, we're doing a house here. Um, and this is definitely getting to be a lot closer to that SPX 3000 range in terms of power here. Yeah, would love to see what the next one up is. I think that's going to match sort of our SPX 4800 in terms of power there, and that's got that 3600 psi max coming out of it, or 3200 psi max coming out of it. Sorry, which is a lot of power. Let's get that all cleaned up here. A lot of grime here. See, now I can do this sort of whole area here with that 40-degree nozzle, sort of sans that really tough grime that you have, those green patches right there. So now I feel a lot more. Now I feel a lot more like this is giving me the kind of power that I'm expecting from a pressure washer. Now you notice those green spots there. These are probably moss spots that people find on their roofs. I actually had to deal with this myself, and this is back when I had the SPX. This is back when I had the SPX 3000 Extreme on hand. That's one of our pressure washers that you may have noticed in some of the ad campaigns or anything like that. And of course, if you have noticed those ad campaigns and you are hanging out here and you are having fun as well while we're playing Power Wash Sim here as a DIY expert Eddie O'Donnell over here. That's myself playing Power Wash Sim uh, here at Snowjo, talking about this game and talking about some of the pressure washers that we have in the lineup here at Snowjo and Sunjo. Hey, go ahead and tap those likes in if you're watching on TikTok there, and yeah, don't forget to hit that follow. Go ahead and send in those follows there as well if you're watching on TikTok at Snowjo Co. That's our TikTok here. Don't forget too if you're watching on YouTube to give us that love. Send in that like, hit that thumbs up there. Don't forget to tap. Don't forget to tap that subscribe as well. Subscribe to the channel here. Join us at the Go with Joe channel here on YouTube. Also, there we go. Let's scrub a dub all of this here. Ooh, that's nice and clean there. Getting the roof and chimney clean. I'm spraying it all up now. All right, so some heavy grime on there that I'm not quite getting here, and that's kind of it's kind of what I'm going for here with this nozzle is trying to get off all the light stuff here, so I can really focus in on that heavy grime sort of later on here. So spray it up, 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 spray it up. Ah, ah. Cleaning, it's a wonderful thing. Power washer simulator. Playing a game where I'm cleaning things up. All right, we're getting a lot of this roof pretty clean here. Now, all right, one thing I am going to say, relative, so in this case in Power Wash Sim, they don't seem to have something like Sky Reach lamps. We actually have something for this where you don't have to reach up like this, or climb up to your roof like this. You can actually just get it done with what we call our Sky Reach lamps. It gives you a lot of extension. It's actually 9 feet of extension above you for that. So that's a total of 9 feet. Well, plus if we imagine someone's roughly 6 feet, you're looking at about 15 feet of overhead reach, give or take, right there. That's a lot of reach that you have with something there to clean everything up here. Now, of course, you're not going to get up to the top of the roof right here, but of course, this is not the main area to clean. I did talk about the fact that I had to clean some moss off of our roof not too long ago, and actually, that is what I used. I used our Sky Reach lance to clean up that roof that had the moss on it. I actually foamed it up. That's one of the cool things I like about the quarter-inch quick connect system that we talked about here earlier. When it comes to things like the foamer cannon and all that kind of stuff. With the foam cannon, I really got I really was able to get that nice sort of spray that you want there onto that moss there, because you want to kind of kill that moss first before you just sort of spray it off there, particularly that way you don't damage the shingles on the roof there. That's sort of a big thing is you can easily damage those shingles and then cause leaks and stuff like that down the line. You don't really want to do that. So I'm a big fan of getting up there with that detergent bottle there and being able to spray things up, something like the foam cannon there. And when I was doing that, it was great because that foam cannon would help break away sort of that sort of locked in moss that you get on your roof there, and then of course make it very easy after that to come back with a more gentle spray and then spray that moss off. And what's great about the Skyreach lamps is that we have the SRL9, which you can find over at snowjoe.com. What's great about that is that it has a sort of little gooseneck profile on it, and that's going to help. That's going to help remove things in the right direction. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about trying to sort of not trying to hit from the side or anything like that. If you're worried about going underneath the shingle tiles on your roof or anything like that, well, what's great is I didn't have to worry about that because that gooseneck there, it's actually designed for your gutters as well, which works really well for getting things like the moss off of your roof and stuff like that as well, which I really like there. So in this case here, so for example, yeah, for this kind of work where you're getting to that gutter, yeah, the Skyreach lamps would be perfect for that. That way you could be nice and firm on the ground here. I mean, I know this is a video game, but I don't like heights, and every time I'm walking to the edge here, I'm actually getting kind of nervous. So, yeah, definitely would love the game to see. That's right, Power Wash Sim. Adopt a Sky Reach lance into your line there. We wouldn't complain. All right, let's get the rest of this cleaned up here. This is a seriously more powerful pressure washer. Again, this is getting a lot closer to what we're used to here at Snowjoe and Sunjoe in terms of relative to the SPX 3000 and such. All right, that's getting nice and scrubbed up there. Gonna go down over here. Scrub up over here. Oh, not bad. All right. There. Position myself correctly for cleaning under there. All right. So maybe what I want to do here is let's go to. Oh, the turbo nozzle doesn't even fit here. Wow, that's a new one for me. All right, that area is clean. Oh, maybe I have to go prone here. Yep, going prone. Can't tell what's shadow and what's unclean grime. There we go. Clean that part up right there as well. All right, nice and cleaned all around here. All right, so we have the roof sort of properly beginning to get cleaned here. We can clean off that grime clean off that grime later on. But folks, this has been a fun sesh of really cleaning the power wash sim here. We're almost done with the house here. Let me get my character to go down here because it's a bit dangerous to stay up there. Oh, who knocked over the gnome? Nobody knocked over the gnome. All right, we'll leave the gnome there, and then we'll see. We'll find who knocked him over later. All right, folks. So been a lot of fun here. It looks like for the house here, all we have left is to do all those hard grime areas on the roof here, and then of course into the gutters, and then we'll see what we have left on the map there. But I think that's it here. If I'm just gonna run around quickly there, looking good right there. All right, folks. So yeah, had a lot of fun here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here, folks. If you enjoyed watching us play Power Wash Sim, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Don't forget to tap in those likes. We do appreciate those likes from everyone out there. Been a lot of fun in general hanging out with everyone here playing the game, and yeah, it's always nice to be able to talk about this game and compare it to something like our SPX 3000 and another pressure washer we had in the lineup there. Great to chat about pressure washers here in the chat as well. So thanks so much, folks. Remember, I'm Eddie O'Donnell here at Snowjo. We're having a lot of fun here being able to be live with you folks. Go ahead and join us at all these different live events. Be sure to join us on Amazon Live as well. Head over to Amazon.com. You can head over to Amazon Live to see this shining face right here on one of the thumbnails, and you'll be able to join in on some of the shows that we have there where we talk about some of the best deals that we have going on Amazon. Hint, 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 for the holiday weekend, perhaps. But join in for those shows. Hanging out with us over there is a lot of fun. Also, head over to snowjo.com. You got to take a look at some of the deals that we got going on right now. We have daily steals nowadays. So every single day, there's a new deal going on. You got to check it out because it's a great time to get in some great tools for sort of the preseason right here, particularly if you want to get power washing, if you want to get cleaning for the summer. It's time to get into a good power washer right there. I recommend something like our SPX 3000, or you take a look right behind me right over there. That's the SPX 4800. That's the one that I have at home right now. That's a beast of a pressure washer. Absolutely love using that for our deck right now. So should check that out over there. Alrighty, folks. Again, great to have fun with you folks. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up there if you're watching the Go with Joe channel. And if you're on TikTok, follow us at Snowjo Co. Don't forget to tap in those likes. We do appreciate them from everyone out there. Alrighty, folks. Once again, thank you so much. We'll see you all in the next stream.